Anonymous Coward Karen wants to carry their own tip jar for keeping the business in business. Forest Hills, New York City. Oh, you got some bravery doing that crap here. I've decided to start carrying a tip jar as a customer. I'm not joking. When I eat in a restaurant or shop at a store, I'm keeping them in business and helping employees have jobs. Why not give me Why not give me some spare change or $1 for supporting your livelihood? Appreciation should go both ways. Oh my good, we are starting off strong today. Look, if you stand under the Empire State Building, I'll be happy to give you some change. I know from Mythbusters that doesn't work, but just let me have my catharsis. Mississippi Senator Karen wants the old Confederate flag back. Oh, God. Okay. New. Mississippi Senator Kathy Chisholm is calling for the state to bring back its old Confederate-themed state flag. A lot of our people fought and died under that flag. No, they didn't. The Union County Republicans said at a political rally. The irony of this happening in Union County, but also the original Confederate battle flag was something nicknamed the Stars and Bars, which was basically a very simplified version of the U.S. like stars and stripes that you see today. This flag, as you see it like everywhere nowadays, was I think only used for Robert E. Lee's army unit. Like it was not the Confederacy as a whole. And I hate it when people do this crap because it becomes very obvious you're not doing it for any sort of historical significance. Just be quiet. Car beeps need to stop or I'm calling the police. Oh my god, there's a paragraph. Stop blocking your cars after 8 p.m. Well, some of us have small children and would appreciate it if you'd lock your car without the beep beep noise before 8 p.m. If it's not an option, then at least disarm the beep beep noise from under your hood. I think some cases that comes from the horn. I don't think that's a good idea. I've heard from numerous neighbors, myself included. You've heard from yourself. It's unwanted and unneeded. Once you have parked your car, lock it and be gone. It's not an all-night routine unless you're coming to my house to put my children back to sleep or you're hiding drugs in your car. So please stop. I already have one neighbor on my radar for drugs. Wow. And I will call the police if it continues. Have some respect. There are families that live here. Thanks. My goodness. I don't drive because of my vision, but if I did, I start work at like around 9 p.m. and I wouldn't get back till like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. And when I lived in New York, like people just set off fireworks at 2 o'clock in the morning for I don't know reasons. And I hated those people, believe me. But car alarms with them actually going off were the least of my concerns. Karen wants American accents only. The hell is an American accent? I don't like that on press tour. She's using her, Aussie accent as if to let others know she's a good actress or something because her American English sounds fine. Is she here on a working visa? She lives and works in Hollywood, and that's where she gets her massive income from. Drop the accents. Wait, so if you move somewhere else from your home and you make your money from there, you're supposed to pretend like you're there? I think that comes off as really disingenuous. Neighbor of mine a few years ago. I was around 12 at the time. My sister was 9, and we would go outside a lot and fly kites and play our neighbor. Okay, I know you're young, and I know you're probably still young, but the commas and run-on sentences. My lungs, please. Anyway, so you guys would go outside and play. Your neighbors would always stay inside and never spoke to you. Got it. One day, when we went outside, my sister and me and my dad saw her shake her fist at my sister. Our dad went to confront her about it and immediately started screaming about, "This is a free country!" While me being 12 walked up to her and I say, "If it's a free country, then leave us alone." She called the cops on us because of bad behavior. We moved out a couple weeks later. Okay, that's a hell of a story. That might be a very good story. I'll take the catharsis from it either way. I think Karen owns this place. Airbnb guests. I'm sorry, I have problems with Airbnb, so I'm just gonna call it Airbnb. Additional rules. Ooh, This is mainly short stay place, and also grammar is hard, so we don't expect much luggage with the guest. Oh, you have not seen my 20-pound tech bag that I bring with me. Oh, dear Lord. If you have more than 2 big items with each guest, you have to keep an external storage. Ha! Like how my camera's going in external storage. Visitors strictly not allowed without prior permission from me. Oh, okay. No smoking in the rooms. No use of washing machine or kitchen for guests staying less than 4 days. Washing machine use only once every 4 days for long-term guests. Leave a clean room, bathroom prior to departure. Working or... Okay, this isn't highlighted, but working or studying from home not allowed? Wi-Fi only adequate for making video calls or light internet use. Okay, well, if that's the only reason, like I bring my own hotspot everywhere. I don't trust your Wi-Fi. No cooking or washing machine use for guests staying less than 4 days. Why are we repeating this? Did I accidentally zoom past? No, it's the same. Toilet roll supplied only on first day. Long stairs will have to do their own cleaning and buying rolls and consumables. That's kind of fair. Towels supplied on request. Okay, the washing machine one actually doesn't sound that crazy to me. I attended a summer music program where the water was actually like a giant tank up the mountain, and there were years where the camp ran out of water and they had to truck in water. But kitchen for less than 4 days makes me think this is not in a very remote location, because they expect you to be eating out for everything. And also, working or studying from home not allowed is just ridiculous, and the storage thing is just silly. My last vacation, I had a backpack with my work laptop, regular laptop, all that good stuff, a tech bag, and a keytar, because I decided to grab it on the way out. None of this is going in your creepy shed. Cashier makes a tiny insignificant mistake. Dumbar's customer. What are you doing? That's not what you're supposed to do. You dumbars. I bet I could do your job better than you. Store creates self-checkout stations. The same Dumbar's customer. What the heck is this? It's not our job to pack our own groceries. Well, you yelled at the person whose job it was doing, so now you do it. You think you could do it better. You just told us that. Oh, the horror. Do you know where your teenagers are? We attend a gym at blank, and I found many of the teenagers making out in their cars in the parking garage. Okay. Just thought we'd let parents know. Yes. Are you unaware of what teenagers do? Employee on break should help Karen. Employee wouldn't answer my question because she was on break? Oh, this is directly from the, oh my God, on the r/Costco. I have 99 out of 100 had wonderful interactions with Costco employees. I'm sorry. I always stop because I think I've misread things because my eyes, but no, today's grammar has just gone out the window. I have 99 out of 100% had wonderful interactions with Costco employees. I'm not even mad about this one, just confused. There was a camping chair that was under 2 price tags. Wasn't sure which one it was. An employee was walking by. I said, hey, quick question. And before I could ask it, she said, oh, I'm sorry, I'm on break. I forgot to take my name tag off. Took it off and kept walking. Then to make it even weirder, she spent her break chatting to another coworker on break, sitting on 2 patio chairs right next to the chair I was going to ask about. I didn't say anything or complain because it wasn't a huge deal, just kind of socially odd since she could have answered my question faster than it took her to explain she was on break. Thank you whoever screenshotted this for downvoting this. That's really wild. I typically lean towards the appease the person to make them go away faster because I just don't people. But also, if you're on break, you're not getting paid for answering anybody's questions of nah, bye. I'm not sure what your question is. Make Karen in the wild. So I'm buying a house and part of the process happened today. I had a guy out from a... Did you mean mail, Karen? Can nobody type today? So I'm buying a house and part of the process happened today. I had a guy out from a pest control company, and at the end, he told me this story. His company does inspections, but if you sign up for monthly termite control, they do it for free. The catch is that due to this program they use, they have to charge you 0.1 cent, yeah, okay, for the inspection. No problem, right? I mean, optimize your program, but yeah. Well, apparently, to one dude, it was a problem. He said, you're charging me a penny? I thought the inspection was for free. Some people's kids, man. Yeah, you just treat these people like children because they are. They're not charging you a penny. They're making sure the card that you gave them works so that they can do the inspection and not worry about you just trying to get a free inspection out of them. Who's managing this place then? Karen Cafe. Oh, who works there? Like, of course the place would be full of managers, but like, you wouldn't have any actual employees. Free upgrade to first class. Karen's gets kicked out from the plane. I've never had a free upgrade to first class, and at this point, I think I would feel bad if I got one. The latest review of the small town barbecue restaurant I work at. 1 star. To those of us that have meat allergies. Okay. All right, this is gonna be good. To those of us that have meat allergies, they are terrible and poisonous. Smoking their meat outside in the parking lot, whereas poor folk with allergies and no AC are forced to breathe it. Some of us are extremely fume reactive. I myself have severe spasms after sitting there for just a minute. Please, God, make them go away. Atmosphere 1. Okay, I know people can have allergies, but okay, I'm reading this from the viewpoint of somebody who went to the restaurant. You went to a barbecue place with meat allergies. This seems like an intelligence test. Male Karen will call the police if you decorate your yard with skeletons. A lot of paragraphs today. Hey everyone, I have a few words for our community. Also, I can't respond to comments, so if you agree, please DM me or comment on my page. Can't respond to comments? What platform is this? So here it goes. If you want the ugliest yard in the neighborhood, just put up Halloween decorations. Oh, really? I will rearrange that haircut of yours. Simple. What kind of modern society wants to see dead bodies and such? Well, I wish some people would grow up and have some class. We are better than this. Why not decorate with beautiful things? Isn't the purpose of a decoration to beautify? No. Let's be different. Go for it. Let's get creative and not let retail stores trick us into buying the ugly stuff they want to sell us. Seriously, who wants to store a skeleton in their closet for most of the year? And they can have friends, because the ones that are already in there. If we stop buying their stuff, maybe we won't have to look at it in the stores either. Oh my god. That would be nice. If I see any untasteful decorations this year, I will be contacting the authorities. Thanks. I'm not joking. So please stop saying I am. Why would I joke about something so serious? This really affects my family and community. Be more empathetic towards other. We had to get a grammar mistake in there somewhere. Thanks. I have so many thoughts on this, and I'm just gonna leave them alone because that neighborhood doesn't need one more skeleton decorating somebody's yard. For legal reasons, that was a joke. For moral reasons, it was not. Karen messages first to let me know I'm on thin ice. I am willing to talk to you if you do not make those stupid faces on your profile pic. Honestly, what woman would be interested in that? So you should be happy that I'm actually giving you a second chance. Oh, you're supposed to put your best foot forward, and that is not it. Why would you initiate conversation with me by making such a rude statement? With all due respect, go frack yourself. I think he should put his best foot forward through her stairwell, door frame, open door. Yeah, something peaceful. I don't know. Scientifically proven facts. Karen's Facebook feed about alternative medicine. Yeah. Humans always want like a really easy fix or a really simple explanation to everything, and that just doesn't exist. So if you offer that, even if it is complete BS, a bunch of people are gonna flock to that. UPS Karen with a red E. Short story. Ran out of my lunch break to drop off a package at the UPS store down the road. 2 people ahead of me, a guy who was finishing up, and Karen. When Karen got up to the counter, she was very upset to learn that her label was not prepaid. She, of course, immediately started berating the poor worker about how it's supposed to be prepaid. And she isn't paying. Poor guy kept his composure. He's got a little Mozart in his back pocket. And explained that the company she was returning it from needed to provide the label. And he unfortunately could not help her unless she paid for shipping. She ripped her package out of his hands, called him useless, and stormed out. That poor worker, oh my god. She's gonna like buy him flowers or something. I handed him my package and said sorry she was bratch. He just shrugged and said happens all the time. Aw, man, that poor guy. Imagine having real problems. I hate to be that woman, but I had to take the buckle store manager aside today and tell her that I did not appreciate her teenage salespeople referring to me as girl, as in, what you looking for today, girl? And oh, girl, you should try that on. I'm sorry, these people sound perfectly nice and respectable, and your problem with... Lordy, don't ever come to the South, because a bunch of people are going to call you hun and sweetie and girl, and they're probably going to follow it up with bless your heart. Karen blocks view from cheap seats at Reds game. Okay, I'm not sure of the common courtesy at baseball games, but has anybody told them? Because that's something I feel like I would accidentally do out of stupidity. So like they might just need like a nudge like, hey, you know, you sit down. I think every business should have a sign like this. We reserve the right to refuse service to anyone. My actual favorite was a mechanic that had different rates for if you like hovered over him, if you tried to talk to him while he was working on your car, and if you tried to tell him how to do his job, like it just kept getting more expensive. Unfortunately for everyone, the Karen is of the absolute and unshakable belief that everything she does not like is illegal, to the point of arguing with the cops when they arrive. And then the judge and their own lawyer, God himself, could come down and try to talk sense to her and would not accomplish anything. To the Karen, only the Karen is all-knowing. Yeah, the best strategy for these people is just to feed them what they want to hear and then go off and do your own thing anyway. I am Karen. I don't hold grudges. I remember facts. Oh my God, your first name is actually Karen. Karen, after successfully destroying a minimum wage employee's career. I'll finally rest and watch the sun rise on a grateful universe. You see, I'm always extra nice to tier 1 help desk, retail workers, like all of that level of retail and service employee, because like you're already doing a job that I would not last 5 minutes in, even if you've made a massive mistake, and it'd be like, okay, look, like this is a bit of a pain, but like, how can I help resolve this? Like, how? I'm just not like You are not being paid enough to deal with all the people behind me that are pissy and weird. I'm so sorry. How do I destroy nature that is interfering with my walks in nature? Oh no. I walk my dogs around Blank Pond and have noticed the pond is being taken over by lily pads. Is there anything that can be done to get rid of the... I would suggest walking near a swimming pool next time. I'm sure there's some, parks reason to get rid of lily pads for more sunlight for, I don't know, algae growth or something. I don't know. But clearly you don't work for the parks department, so go away. Next door Karen, mad that lawn is being mowed at ungodly hour of 10 a.m. You have not met my wife. Oh my God. Please don't use this lawn service. They started at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning? That late? With the leaf blower, they are still at it at 10:35. Yeah, it takes about an hour to do a lawn. 10 o'clock doesn't seem that early. Yeah, exactly. Like the ones around here like start at 9. In New York, it was like 8. My wife starts all sorts of projects at like 7 o'clock in the morning, probably because she's part demigod or something. I don't know. I can't operate at that hour. Karen of the Year. Meet Susan Lauren. Last name that sounds like a car accident. That's a new one. She stole Ajik Owen's 10-year-old son's iPad. Look, returned it by throwing at him. I'm sorry, what? Dude, iPads are decently heavy, especially when airborne. Look, later threw a roller skate at him at the boy. What? Hitting him? The boy confronted. Look. She opened her door and swung an umbrella at him. He told his mom. The mom went to home, knocked on the door. One shot burst through the door, murdering Owen? What? Look, I'm all for defending your property and castle doctrine and stuff, but oh my God. The cops let it go initially due to the Florida standard ground laws until public outrage boiled over. Name something more American. Oh my God. Like, yeah, the fact that it was let go initially, like, I grew up in an area with a lot of home invasions. So like the concept of somebody bursting through the door was you meet that with equal amounts of force. That was just what I was brought up with. but legally speaking, they still have to enter your home to be a threat, at least in Pennsylvania. If they're on your lawn, you lock your doors and cover your windows and call the cops. Like that you don't, and this is somebody just knocking on your door. What in the absolute hell? The note left on my friend's car that was parked on a public street. Hello, would you be so kind as to park further down the street, past the lamppost, so as to not hinder our privacy and enjoyment of our property? What? As you are currently parking outside our kitchen and family room. Oh no. Is this a private road? Do you own the road? If not, then shut up. Thank you in advance for your kind cooperation. No. And understanding, which is very much appreciated. Oh, sorry, which we very much appreciate. Yours truly, blank. At least it's nicely worded, but you don't own the road. You don't even own 5 feet from the edge of the road. That's the easement. Princess of the road. Karen is visiting Sedona. Sad for us all. She also owns the roads in Arizona. Like literally? So when I'm changing lanes and she is behind me, I need to ask her royal harshness for permission. Silly me. Must have slipped my mind. But don't worry, folks. She had time to drive beside me and threaten me and scream her little heart out for 2 lights. Isn't she special? I feel so lucky to have encountered such a fine example of a Karen. Her club must be so proud. I'm convinced at this point, like, and I'm sure there is already an SCP on this, like that being Karen is like an SCP, and it like gradually replicates itself through society, probably through like wine and book clubs. It's in the wine. It's what's one of the wines. Cutting out the middleman. Fitting rooms are closed. Please don't be rude to our associates. Aw, yay. Okay, all right. I was pausing for a second because I was like, wait, this doesn't seem mean. It's the manager just being like, no, stop. Actual lady named Karen wants the school to segregate children with allergies so her son can eat a peanut butter sandwich. Just a friendly reminder that the school is a peanut-free zone. If you send your child to school with peanut products, they will be disposed of. Thanks. I'm sorry. What? I know they meant the peanuts will be disposed of. Sounds like if you send your child here with peanuts, we will dispose of your child. Great idea, says some random person that sounds like a bot. Can't you just have the kids with peanut allergies eat in a secluded area? It's ridiculous my son can't enjoy his favorite sandwich for lunch because of a small percentage of kids with... Look, you might die, but like my little Timmy, like, wants a peanut butter sandwich. Now, when I was growing up, there was like 6 months where all I would eat was peanut butter sandwiches, and none of my schools were peanut-free zones. But you know what I wouldn't have done if my school was a peanut-free zone? Killed somebody else's kid by accident because I wanted a specific lunch. I probably would have just skipped lunch. But still, better than somebody going to the hospital. No way. She's gonna ask for the manager. I feel this plays into something. I feel bad for people who are actually named Karen because, like, I know 2 Karens that are both lovely people and don't do the manager thing at all. And so I always feel bad making fun of the name Karen, but the haircut is entirely voluntary. Ew, I stepped in crap. Karen's, how big is your shoe? Offensive bumper sticker. This happened back when I was in college, about 20 years ago. On the back of my 89 Tempo, I had a bumper sticker that read, "Unless you're a hemorrhoid, get off my butt." Driving back from school, I noticed an SUV that seemed to be following me. I thought nothing of it at the time until I got home. The Karen in the SUV pulled up next to me as I got out of my car to state that my bumper sticker was offensive to her child and that I had to remove it. I pointed out that she had been following me for 40 minutes and exposed her child to this offensive material. She had demanded I show her my license because she would call the cops and arrest me. I just flipped her off and went inside. I'm glad you did that. I'd also be worried about this, like the safety of my car. It's very cheapy out there with a razor blade or like cutting the tires. Sign posted at my local florist. Oh Lord. Just to let you know, in this florist store, we have 50+ years of combined floristry experience. Didn't even know floristry was a word. So we know things. Everything we do is individual, different from the last, and no 2 are exactly the same. Yeah, that's how nature works. Nothing beautiful is instant. Beauty takes time. Your time requirements are not ours. Yes. And your waiting Uber are not our responsibility. We're always happy to see you. Not so much if you need something before we open or after we are closed. That's the nicest way of saying get out. Simple is about 20 plus minutes. Lovely is 45. Stunning, 2 to 4 hours. Fantastic, huge, amazing is after lunch tomorrow. It's the lunch that makes it fantastic. We are not a national exhibit, and we are not here to help add content on your Insta. Leave your phone in your bag or have some manners and ask. We have our phone connected, so you can call, and we have the internet too. Try our website, order online, or you can send us an email. I love that. This very much sounds like a small New York store, because I've seen New York stores with sassy signs. I'm sure there's a subreddit somewhere that's cataloged to them, but yeah, I've seen a few that are just full of attitude. Just deliciously full of attitude. Karen Bingo. Okay, so we got settings, workforce, lifestyle, family, miscellaneous, religious, and social media. I'll get you fired, or why did this place hire someone like you? Something along the lines of customer is always right. I want to speak to the manager. That's a pretty solid choice. You just lost a valuable customer. Refuse to pay for items. Oh, man. Lifestyle and family. I'm a single mom. That's a very difficult life. I'm very sorry. Doesn't mean to think about the children. No. Give that to my child. Hell no. Non-vaccinated kids or anti-vax. Yikes. Speak English or this is America. Country with no official national language. This should stop. It mildly inconveniences my family. AKA Jester. Oh, miscellaneous. I'm not, but I'm not blank, but blank says something that says otherwise. Threatens to call police. Entitled, free space, scam in any shape or form. I know more than you, who is a professional in their field, someone experienced. I think that's the one that pisses me off the most, because like learning stuff is kind of cool and fun and neat, and like if you think you already know everything, then like that sounds so boring. Like, and also you don't. Religious, homophobic or something negative about LGBTQIA. Bring it. Something about someone going to hell. I follow the biblical narrative as an excuse. 2 R's. Something about Satan, the devil. We go to church. Good for you. Social media. I have X number of followers. Bonus, do you know who I am before this? I'll pay an exposure or my followers will not come here. Ugh. Facebook group of fellow mothers. Facebook used to back up claims, yes. Facebook University is teaching a lot of students. Records your vile behavior to post on social media. That's when you just start playing Disney soundtracks because it'll get copyright struck. Or you promote your own channels. If Karen ever starts recording me, I'd just be like, so I voice for this channel called EmKay, and I also have my own channel called the Lexi Kitty, and just start like doing a whole pitch for them while still being just annoying enough. Male Karen gives a death threat. Oh, spicy. So this was in 2021 when I was working at Six Flags Great Adventure. I wasn't working at this job for long. In fact, it was my second day working. I was working in the foods department and was stuck in the busiest place in the Hurricane Harbor. That's not an actual, like, that has nothing to do with an actual hurricane. It's like a part of the park. I was in charge of giving people cups and snacks when asked, and it was packed. The part that was mentioned started when we ran out of ice in the machine. It was probably over 90 degrees that day, and we had a whole line of people waiting for it. I was only 15 at the time, and I not even trained enough to touch the ice machine. This was a very angry ice machine. So it was empty for a small while. It was at that point that our Karen in question yells, "Where the frack is the dang ice?" I tried to explain to him that we are very busy and it is going to be done soon, but he didn't like that answer. Upon hearing it, he yells, "Well, guess what then? I'm gonna get my mother fracking ice, and then I'm gonna get you." At which point he tried to run behind the counter? I ran to the back of the kitchen, and the adult workers got him restrained, at which point security got him kicked out. Needless to say, I went home early that day. Yeah, I hope you went home and just chilled out because, oh God. The Karen who wants to ruin somebody's stay. Some poor employee. I'm sorry. Karen is at it again. God people said no to the Metal Fest happening in Jackson, Tennessee. Frack your satanic poo. God's people said no? Well, Jackson, Tennessee said yes. The sales girls can't even look me in the eye. Earlier, I was in the dressing room of my favorite upscale resale shop, trying on dresses and listening to the rap station they had on. I thought it was an odd choice, but didn't have a problem until an X-rated, unedited DMX song came on with the N-word, D-word, P-word, and all sorts of horrible lyrics. I yelled from the dressing room, "Really? Do you think this song is appropriate?" Then I came out wearing a dress not even zipped in the back and unleashed my inner alpha female. Oh no, no. We do not need Andrea Tate. Excuse me, do you think this song matches our clientele? I'm sorry, you said that as if you were part of the store. The words are very inappropriate. Could you skip this song, please? A pink-haired girl finally looks up and says she can switch the station. I thank her and return to the dressing room where she proceeds to play the rest of the entire song. Go pink-haired girl. Man, I need to re-dye my hair. I'm in the dressing yelling, "Really?" By now, my inner Latina is all fired up, angry face. Finally, the station is changed to 90s alternative. I buy all 4 dresses and a clutch purse. As I'm checking out, I say, "Thank you for switching the station. Good choice." Pink-haired girl ignores me, probably for your safety. Then I explain to the blonde-haired girl that the DMX song was just over the top. She says, "Have a good day." No apology, again, for your safety. I wish them a good weekend, but they can't even look me in the eye. Believe me, that's probably for the best.